Hello and welcome to Vixen's Delight Crochet Cowl. In this video, we will be making the very simple drawstring using a crochet I-cord chain. First thing I want you to do is select what color you want your drawstring to be. It really could be any color you want that you have remaining. Then I want you to plan out the tail. We need the tail to be 3 times the total length you want your finished I-cord to be. So if you want your I-cord to be 30 inches, you want to have a tail that is 3 times 30, 90 inches long. Okay, that is just going to get you started. Once you have the tail where you want it to be, make a slip knot and place that directly onto your hook. Now, if you're right-handed, I suggest putting the tail towards the left of your hook and the working yarn towards the right. If you're left-handed, do that opposite. Put the tail towards the right, working yarn towards the left. I find it easier to have my yarn in these places because, I'm all about yarn management. And this is how we're going to get started. We're simply going to do a chain, but we will be using both the working yarn and the tail. Okay, you ready? So what you're going to do is you are going to yarn under your hook with the tail. Okay, yarn over your hook with the working yarn. This first one is tricky. Grab the base of the 2 loops on your hook and pull that working yarn through the 2 loops on your hook. Then we repeat. Yarn under with the tail, yarn over with the working yarn, and pull through. Yarn under with the tail, yarn over with the working yarn, and pull through. Yarn under, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, this should be something, it's a little bit slow to start, but you've just done all this color work on the cowl. This should be like piece of cake. And you're going to keep doing this until your drawstring is as long as you wish it to be, or until you run out of tail. Hopefully you'll have tail remaining and you won't run out of tail at all. But yarn under, yarn under, that's what we want, and yarn over and pull through. Okay. Once your I-cord reaches its final destination or you've run out of tail, go ahead and cut your working yarn and pull that through. Okay. What you're going to do now is these 2 tails that you have, you're going to weave them in, but we're not going to do it yet. This is what we want to do. We will go ahead and we're going to grab one of these stitch markers and just stick it all the way through that tail. Now you're going to take your finished cowl, okay? And we're going to use this stitch marker as our guide. And working through our casing that we created, we're going to pull our I-cord through the casing. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing my stitch marker through, so that way it will pull this bit through as I go, okay? So it gives me something to kind of hang on to as I'm working through. So like there's my, see what I mean? Just working it through my casing. Remember, this is my little sample swatch I've been playing with to show you guys how to do stitches and such. So this isn't the actual cowl, obviously, but I wanted to point that out for those who might be wondering. Maybe this is the first time you've seen me use this. And I'm just going all the way around and it'll come out the other side of where I started. Okay. I will hold on to both ends here. I'm going to kind of line them up together and I'm just going to pull it through so that way it's as even as I can possibly be. Okay. So there's my 2 ends. Everything's pulled through my cowl. Now I have a drawstring here that I could pull real tight. Everything looks good. And so now I can go ahead and weave in these tails. And once I weave in those tails, something I like to do, I like to go ahead and add a knot to the bottom of my I-cord. You can do it a double knot, you can do a single knot, you can do whatever you want to do. And this is totally optional, but this just gives me a little bit of extra something, okay, to the bottom. You could even add some tassels, you could add a pom, you could do whatever you want. But once you've done that, you now have this really great I-cord. And then you can work an I-cord on the bottom portion of your cowl as well, going through the same process, and you can have a lot of fun. You'll have a nice, cute, finished cowl when everything is said and done. And for those of you who are like, well, how do I weave in these tails? Well, I'm just grabbing my really sharp chenille needle here, and I'm just going to go straight up through the I-cord a bit, pull this up, and then make sure I'm coming back down just through all the stitches with one of them. Make sure I'm not distorting anything. I think that looks good. So I did the other one, so now I can do this one. Keep it really easy. Go straight up. Try and stay in the middle of the I-cord if you can, so you don't have any like loose bits coming out. This one, I'm just going to let it go straight up. Let's just see what that goes. I can snip this one down here. They're both in there. Everything is nice and secure. I can create that knot like I mentioned. Okay, let's do I did a double knot on the other side, so we'll do that again over here. If you wanted to add, oh, I did it in the wrong place. If you wanted to add beads or something, you could do that. You could do anything you want to kind of really make this your own. I'm trying to make sure these are like stacked on each other. There we go. So I have my two, made that up a little bit too high, but that's okay. And here we go. So there's my nice little drawstring I have at the top of my cowl. So if I wanted to wear it nice and tight around myself so I don't have any snow get in, I can do that. It's just a nice little decoration, just hanging down. And there you have it. Super duper fun, easy I-cord, perfect for the cowl that we did. You can have one on the top, have one on the bottom. Nice little decoration. Add pom, add tassels, add beads, or do nothing at all. Totally up to you. Enjoy your cowl.